What if I told you that becoming wealthy isn't about luck, connections, or even talent? What if the only thing standing between you and financial freedom is the way you think? Today, I'm going to show you how to literally brainwash yourself into wealth. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why 95% of people stay broke, while 5% accumulate all the wealth. But first, let me tell you about two people who discovered this secret. Their stories will shock you. This is Sarah. But the woman you see here, confident and successful, is not the Sarah of 3 years ago. 3 years ago, Sarah's life was a relentless cycle of exhaustion and fear. A single mother, she juggled two soul-crushing minimum wage jobs, a waitress by day, an office cleaner by night. She was drowning in debt, living in a cramped apartment where the walls felt like they were closing in. Every day was a battle for survival, a desperate scramble from one meager paycheck to the next, a paycheck that was gone before it even arrived. The numbers told a brutal story. $17,000 in high-interest credit card debt. It wasn't from lavish spending. It was the cost of a broken-down car, an unexpected medical bill, the simple, crushing expense of being poor. And in her checking account, $43. A constant, mocking reminder of the wall between her and a full tank of gas or new shoes for her growing child. The shame was a physical weight. Then, one night, something broke. Surrounded by a blizzard of red-stamped envelopes, a single tear fell onto a final notice bill. But in that moment of despair, the tear wasn't one of surrender. It was one of rage. A quiet, burning rage against her circumstances. She was done being a victim. That night, Sarah made a vow. She would reprogram her mind about money. She didn't know how yet, but she knew. She went to the public library the next day and began to devour every book she could find on wealth, finance, and the psychology of success. Her transformation began in the dark. The alarm was set for 5 a.m. While the city slept, Sarah was building a new reality. For 30 minutes, every day, she would sit in silence and visualize. She didn't just think about being wealthy. She it in her mind. She felt the smooth leather of her dream car's steering wheel. She smelled the fresh paint in the home she would one day own. She practiced feeling the deep emotion of gratitude for wealth she didn't yet have. After visualization, she would write in a notebook, scripting her perfect day as if it had already happened. I am so happy and grateful now that money flows to me. These weren't just words, they were commands to her subconscious. Crucially, she started thinking like a wealthy person. Even when her bank account screamed poverty, she changed her language. I can't afford it became, how I afford it. This simple shift opened her mind to possibilities. She started taking actions like a wealthy person. A wealthy person invests in themselves. So, she used her one free hour to take free online courses on marketing. A wealthy person builds networks. So, she used tip money for a ticket to a local business event. She started making tiny, disciplined financial decisions, setting up an automatic transfer of just $5 a week into an investment account. It wasn't about the amount, it was about building the habit. Her new mindset led her to see an opportunity she had previously ignored. Real estate. The question, how can I do that, burned in her mind. She studied for her license at night, using flashcards on the bus. She found a mentor, a seasoned agent who saw her hunger and took a chance on her. Her first deal wasn't a mansion, it was a tiny condo rental that earned her a few $100s. But it was proof. Proof that the system worked. Within 18 months, she had closed enough deals to quit her other jobs and launch her own business. Within 3 years, her relentless focus propelled her to a 6-figure annual income. Today, Sarah is a different woman. She owns multiple investment properties and has built a 7-figure net worth. But the numbers are just a scorecard. The real prize is freedom. The freedom to spend mornings with her son, not a boss. The freedom from the gnawing anxiety of debt. Nothing about her external circumstances changed at first. She didn't win the lottery or receive an inheritance. The only thing that changed was the world inside her head. She systematically brainwashed herself out of a poverty mindset and into a wealth mindset. Her story is not a fairy tale. It's a roadmap. So the real question is not just how she did it. The question is, what specific actionable steps did she take to rewire her brain for success? And more importantly, How can you begin applying that exact same system to your own life starting today? Let's begin with the foundational science of wealth, neuroplasticity. Modern neuroscience confirms your brain is not fixed. It constantly rewires itself based on your dominant thoughts. Think of your mind as a forest. Thoughts of scarcity are well-trodden, easy paths. They are mental habits. But you can blaze new trails. With repetition of thoughts of abundance and opportunity, these new neural pathways become your default. Your brain literally rewires itself for wealth. This is why wealthy people genuinely think differently. It's a biological reality. They have forged different neural pathways, creating different automatic responses to money. When faced with a market crash, one person's brain automatically triggers fear. Another person's brain, conditioned for wealth, triggers curiosity and sees opportunity. This is your mental blueprint for money at work. Our goal is to consciously design that blueprint, rather than letting society program it for you. This difference in programming manifests in perception. Where most people see a problem, a person with a wealth mindset sees a business idea. And let's talk about risk. The average person is taught to fear risk, which guarantees mediocrity. The wealthy don't fear risk. They respect it and learn to calculate it. They look for asymmetric opportunities, where the potential upside is vastly greater than the downside. They are not gamblers, they are strategic thinkers. So, how do we begin this reprogramming? The first tool is the daily use of affirmations. You must wash away the old, disempowering programming your subconscious learned in childhood. Affirmations are its language. Use powerful present tense emotional statements. I am a magnet for money. Opportunities to create wealth are everywhere. I manage my money with wisdom and it grows. Feel the truth of them. This is how you overwrite the old code. The second tool is visualization. Top performers do it daily. Spend 15 minutes each morning to mentally rehearse your success. But here is the key. Visualize with complete emotional intensity. Don't just see the house. Feel the pride and security of being debt-free. Visualize yourself making a brilliant investment with unshakable confidence. Your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between a real and a vividly imagined experience. By creating the feeling of wealth first, you draw the physical equivalent to you. Third, change your mental diet. You cannot build a wealthy mind by consuming junk information. Audit your information intake. How many hours do you spend on meaningless scrolling? Now reallocate that time. Feed your mind exclusively with wealth-building content. Read biographies of self-made billionaires. Listen to podcasts from entrepreneurs. Immerse yourself. Saturate your consciousness with the ideas of success. This constant exposure accelerates the rewiring of your brain. Fourth, curate your environment. Your network determines your net worth. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. If your circle constantly complains about being broke, their mindset will infect you. You must consciously seek out people who think bigger than you do, people who talk about ideas and goals. Join a mastermind group. Attend industry conferences. Place yourself in the proximity of greatness, and your own standards will rise. Fifth, move from passive learning to active participation. Start making investment decisions, even with small amounts. The goal is to train your brain to think like an investor, not a consumer. A consumer thinks, what can I buy? An investor thinks, how can I make this money work for me? Open a brokerage account. Buy a single share of a company you've researched. The act of putting capital at risk, however small, changes your relationship with money forever. It moves you into the game. And finally, the sixth and most important step, take massive, consistent action. All the affirmations and visualizations are useless without execution. This is where most people fail. Your new wealthy mindset must be expressed through your actions. Taking massive action means starting the business, making the call, and staying disciplined with your financial plan day after day. Action is what forges belief into reality. It's the physical proof to your subconscious mind that you are becoming the person you've decided to be. This six-step framework is not just a collection of ideas, it is a proven roadmap to financial transformation. But theory is one thing, proof is another. Let me tell you about someone who started with nothing but this framework, applied it with relentless discipline, and achieved results that were nothing short of extraordinary. Their story is a testament to the power you hold within your own mind. Let me tell you about Marcus. Not long ago, he was a factory worker earning $38,000 a year. He had no college education, no formal business experience, and a future that felt as pre-packaged and predictable as the products rolling off his assembly line. Every day was a carbon copy of the last. The deafening roar of machinery, the physically demanding labor, the feeling of trading his most valuable asset, his time, for a wage that barely covered the bills. He was trapped in a cycle of working to live and living to work. He felt his potential, his dreams, slowly dimming under the harsh fluorescent lights of the factory floor. He was surrounded by people who had accepted this as their reality, many of whom had been there for 20 or 30 years. Marcus was terrified that would be him. But Marcus understood something most people don't. He came to a profound realization that his current situation was not a life sentence. It was temporary. This wasn't a gentle awakening. It was a desperate, gut-wrenching decision born from staring at an overdue bill he couldn't pay. In that moment of quiet desperation, he knew something had to change. And the change had to start not with his job, but with his mind. He knew that his external world was a direct reflection of his internal world. His income, his opportunities, his entire life experience were all being dictated by the limiting beliefs he held about himself and about money. So he made a non-negotiable contract with himself. Every single day for 2 years, Marcus dedicated 1 hour to systematically reprogramming his subconscious mind for wealth and success. This was his sacred hour. He would wake up before the sun, and before the world could tell him who he was, he would tell himself who he was becoming. He practiced incantations, speaking his goals into existence in the mirror until he felt them in his bones. I am worthy of wealth. My income increases constantly. I create value and am rewarded for it abundantly. He spent time in quiet visualization, not just seeing the fancy car, but feeling the leather of the steering wheel, smelling the new interior, and experiencing the profound sense of freedom and accomplishment. He devoured books on finance, mindset, and biographies of successful people, absorbing their mental frameworks like a sponge. He was installing new software into his brain. With his new mindset taking root, he started taking new actions. He began networking with entrepreneurs, actively seeking out the very people he wanted to become. At first, it was terrifying. He felt like an imposter. But he pushed through the fear, attending local business meetups and free online seminars. He didn't ask for handouts, he asked for knowledge. He learned to ask powerful questions like, what was the biggest mindset shift that led to your first breakthrough? Or, what's a mistake you made that I can avoid? He was learning from their mindset and their strategies, building a mental blueprint for his own success. Armed with this new knowledge and an unwavering belief in himself, he launched his first online business while still working his full-time factory job. This was the ultimate test of his commitment. It meant waking up at 4 a.m. to work on his e-commerce store before his shift and processing orders late into the night after a grueling day at the factory. He sacrificed weekends and social events, and with every dollar of profit he made a crucial choice. He reinvested every single penny back into growth. No new clothes, no fancy dinners. He was choosing to build an asset over indulging in a liability. He was paying his future self first. The growth was slow at first, then steady, and then it became an avalanche. Within 4 years, Marcus had a month where his online business generated more profit than his factory job paid him in an entire year. Imagine that feeling. The moment he looked at his financial statement and realized he had done it. The day he walked into the factory, not with resentment, but with gratitude for the journey, and handed in his resignation. He had bought back his freedom. Today, Marcus owns multiple successful online businesses and has diversified into real estate. He has achieved complete financial freedom. But for him, freedom isn't just about the money in the bank. It's the freedom to wake up without an alarm clock, the freedom to spend priceless time with his family, the freedom to work on projects that ignite his passion, not just pay his bills. He went from a factory worker earning $38,000 a year to a multi-millionaire entrepreneur, not by getting a lucky break, but by literally and deliberately brainwashing himself into a wealth mindset. He fundamentally altered his identity at a cellular level. The exact same brain that was once programmed with thoughts of scarcity, limitation, and fear, the brain that kept him trapped in poverty, became the powerful tool that engineered his fortune. His story is proof that your circumstances do not define you. Your decisions do. And the most important decision you can ever make is what you choose to believe about yourself. Your wealthy future is waiting for you, but it starts with changing your mindset today. In the comments below, tell me what limiting belief about money you're ready to eliminate from your mind. And if you want more strategies for developing a millionaire mindset and achieving financial independence, make sure to follow Wealthy Generation for weekly tips that will transform your relationship with money. Remember, the only difference between you and a millionaire is the way you think about money. Start reprogramming your mind today and watch your bank account follow.